Hello, Jensen Ranch families. My name is Lisa McLean, and I am Jensen Ranch's principal. Thank you for joining this presentation. We're going to cover general school procedures, expectations, hopefully answer some questions you might have, as well as provide clarifications for day-to-day operations. You're also going to have an opportunity to hear from our counselor, Vanita Lee, as well as our RTI specialist, Amy Volvo. But first, let's meet our teachers and the rest of our Jensen staff.
Hello, families. My name is Vanita Lee, and I'm the school counselor. I'm another supportive person on campus for students and their families. For students, I'm here to support them in better understanding themselves and one another, for better understanding their strong feelings, thoughts, and actions. Sometimes students, they come to school with a lot on their minds and hearts as they may be trying to cope with significant concerns such as family illness, divorce, separation, loss of a loved one, or maybe loneliness, anxiety, sadness, to name a few. And sometimes these concerns, without us knowing it, can get in the way of learning in the classroom or interacting with one another. So that's where I can support students through whole classroom lessons to supplement their teachers' SEL lessons, small group activities, or individual counseling services. I'm always happy to help students add new tools to their life toolboxes to better cope with the challenges that they may be facing. And for you families, I'm here to support you in various ways also. I'm happy to consult with you, even just a simple conversation, as you may need support addressing various issues with your children, such as communication, supporting your child through grief and loss. Your child might be feeling depressed, anxious, worried, or some other strong emotion. I can talk with you about different strategies and approaches for you to support your child. We have our own toolboxes, and sometimes we need to find some new tools to add to it. I also can help link you to various supportive community services and agencies. Keep in mind, families, receiving help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength. So families, we are here for you. We are here for you and your children. We want your children to thrive in their academics and also in their social, emotional, and mental health as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, call, email, stop by the main office. Thank you for your time and take care. Bye-bye now.
Hi, my name is Amy Volvo. I am the RTI specialist here at Jensen Ranch and Vanoy Elementary School. You may be wondering, what does RTI stand for? RTI stands for Response to Intervention. Amongst myself and the RTI team at Jensen Ranch and at Vanoy, we use a universal screener as an initial assessment for all of our K through 5 students to determine which students are in need of extra support to help them with their English language arts. The universal screener that we use is called DIBELS. This assessment is administered 3 times a year. We administer the assessment at the beginning of the school year in August, in the middle of the school year, and at the end of the school year. Once every single student has completed this assessment, the RTI team and myself, along with every single classroom teacher on campus, analyze the data and determine which students are in need of further support in English language arts. Intervention groups are based on student needs and are target-based. And our RTI paraprofessionals, and we have 3 of them at Jensen Ranch. We have Kathy Eshtahar, Ember Tom, and Cecilia Ewan. We work with various activities with all of our K through 5 students to further enhance their needs in English language arts. If a student is in need of more intensive support, those students will work with me. And I use a specialized curriculum. It's Fountas and Pinnell's LLI, which stands for Leveled Literacy Intervention. And I work with the students for a minimum of 4 times per week for either 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the grade level. Your child's classroom teacher will communicate to you during the upcoming parent-teacher conferences if your child is in need of extra academic support, whether that be with RTI, the Response to Intervention program. And please keep in mind, it's part of our general education program. This is not special ed. Or if they're in need of perhaps attending homework club for extra support with their homework after school. Your child's teacher will communicate this information to you. Should you have any questions regarding the intervention program, please feel free to email me. My email is avalvo, V-A-L-V-O, cv.k12.ca.us. And you are more than welcome to call the school office, and I will happily return your call. Thank you very much.
At Jensen Ranch, your children are going to be learning about positive behaviors and expectations here at school to help them be successful. We call it PBIS. Our students know it as the PAW Pledge. So let's practice together, and you can practice with your students as well. As a Jensen Jaguar, I pledge to P, give my personal best. A, act responsibly. W, we show respect. S, put safety first. Together, we make Jensen Ranch positive. Okay, now try it with your child. Let's practice. P, do your personal best. A, act responsibly. W, we show respect. S, put safety first. Together, we make Jensen Ranch positive. Your child will learn the PAW Pledge and will ultimately be held accountable for these expected behaviors on campus. We want to make sure everyone contributes to our school in a positive way as a Jensen Jaguar. As part of our registration process, you will have access to our 2022-2023 Jensen Ranch Handbook. Please make sure you take time to read through there. There's lots of important information for you, especially as a new family. Whether you're a new or returning family to Jensen, if you have a kindergartner, remember kindergartners must be walked to their classroom by an adult each morning and are not allowed to be dropped off in the drop-off zone or walk to school by themselves. There is no on-site parking, only off-campus parking is available. Do not park in the drop-off loop and do not park in the staff parking lot. The campus is very busy in the morning, so plan enough time to walk to school or park off campus. The gates open at 8 a.m., and if you arrive after 8:10, please stop by the office to pick up a late slip. Pickup after school takes place outside the school gates. A reminder, you should not be parking in the pickup loop. Please wait outside the gates and your child's teacher will meet you there to dismiss. If your child attends Adventure Time or an off-site childcare program, again, pickup will take place outside the gate. And if your child is participating in Play CV, they will be met by the classroom by a Play CV staff member. If you are running late, please call the school office. And if you have somebody different picking up your child than was expected, please make sure your child's teacher is notified, or again, call the office. Our Jensen Ranch School office is open from 7:45 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please make sure you check in here if you're coming onto campus. Do you need to pick up your child early? Stop by the office and we will send for your child. Need to drop something off for your child? Drop it off at the office and we will deliver it. If you're scheduled to volunteer, again, check in at the office. At Jensen, we love our visitors and volunteers. Your first stop, though, is always going to be at the office. You want to make sure that you're checking in and that you have permission to be on site and that you have been cleared, especially if you are volunteering. As a Jensen Ranch family, please make sure you are demonstrating your positive behavior when you come to school as well. Please remember not to park in our loading zone during the drop-off and pickup times because it can create a lot of problems for everybody else who is trying to get through the campus. When dropping your children off in the loading zone, drive slowly. Drive your vehicle all the way forward in the drop-off and loading zone. Keep the crosswalks clear. Put cell phones down. Drivers are to remain in the car. Students who are exiting the car are seated on the right side of the vehicle to exit directly to the sidewalk. Students are not to exit on the left side of the vehicle into traffic. Backpacks should be with students and not in the trunk. Kindergartners cannot be dropped off at the curb alone. And do not drop off or pick up students in the fire lane. All staff, students, and visitors will follow state and local COVID health and safety guidelines while on school grounds. At this time, masking is encouraged. Extra masks are available at the gates and in classrooms. If you or your students have any COVID symptoms, we encourage you to remain off campus. Call the office for assistance at 510-537-6365. All site volunteers are required to follow the CVUSD COVID-19 guidelines for staff. Our campus is closed during the school day unless you are scheduled and cleared to volunteer or have been cleared by the office to visit. Use Gate 2 to report to the office for check-in. Gate 2 will soon be locked and operated using a buzzer and video intercom system. Drop off student materials, lunches, etc. at the office, and please do not take these items directly to the classroom. If your child uses an EpiPen or needs to take medication while at school, please make sure you have all medical paperwork on file with the office. Students are not to carry medication with them, even for allergy medications. If your child has a medical appointment during the day, please request a doctor's appointment notice for the school. Students should bring reusable water bottles to fill at one of our 3 water hydration stations. We're excited to be holding assemblies again this school year. Our Friday flag assemblies will be held each Friday for our staff and students. Parents and families are welcome to attend our Friday flag assemblies on the first Friday of each month as designated on the school Google Calendar. Additional class, grade level, and school-wide assemblies will be scheduled throughout the year and are generally not open to visitors. Field trips will be taking place again this year. Parents, guardians may chaperone on field trips and must complete required volunteer paperwork no less than 48 school hours in advance. Drivers will need to show proof of insurance and carry an adequate primary insurance coverage. This information will be available on the vehicle use forms. Drivers may not stop en route to and from the school with students, but must report directly to the destination and back to school. And state car seat laws must be followed for all students. Students may participate in short-term independent study. The short-term independent study contract is a voluntary alternative to a regular classroom program of instruction when a student is absent from school for not less than 3 days and not more than 10 consecutive school days. No independent study agreements are allowed for the first 10 days of school nor the last 15 days of the school year. Requests for independent study contracts must be given to the attendance clerk at least 10 school days prior to the first day of the absence, and in event of an emergency, please contact the principal. All assigned work is due upon the day in which the student is scheduled to return to class. Under California's Universal Meals Program, all public school students in grades transitional kindergarten through 12th grade, regardless of their parents' income, are eligible for free breakfast and lunch. Families are encouraged to complete the meal application. CVSD Title I funds are allocated based upon the number of families district-wide that qualify for free and reduced lunch services, which fund district-wide programs and services. During the school days, students will eat outside, weather permitting. A nut-free table is available for our students to use. Lunch is available on Fridays from 12 to 12:20. However, students are not required to stay for lunch on Fridays and may leave at noon. Student meals are to be eaten on campus, and school menus and special meal applications are available on the Castro Valley Unified School District Child Nutrition page. Communicating and partnering with our Jensen Ranch families is important to us. Please take a look at this information to see the wide variety of ways you can stay in touch with what's happening at school and stay involved. At Jensen Ranch, there are a number of ways in which you can be involved directly in our school community. We encourage you to join our Jensen Ranch PTA. For our English language learner families, we have the English Language Advisory Council. We also have School Site Council, and we will have some opportunities for parents to join this committee starting in September. Parent-teacher conferences take place twice a year, once in September and again later in the winter. We will be doing parent surveys to get your input. We hope to host some parent education nights. And there is always the Principal's Coffee and Tea, which will take place on the first Friday of the month, directly after the Friday Flag, which you are welcome to join.
Make a difference today. This song's for all the parents who believe in the PTA. All across this land, every woman and man, making our schools a better place. Every child, one voice, across America, make some noise for the future. Your amazing devotion sets the wheels in motion in the minds of our children each day. This song is for the child whose back's against the wall. So bullies, beware, we're gonna stop the nightmare and put an end to this once and for all. Safer child, one voice.
Thank you for joining us for the virtual principals presentation. Our in-person back-to-school nights will kick off tomorrow on Tuesday, August 23rd for kindergarten, first, and second grade. Our third, fourth, and fifth grade will be held on Thursday, August 25th. Back-to-school night will be in person at Jensen from 6 to 7 p.m.